Have you ever stepped into a moment in your life so full of enthusiasm and excitement and knowing that something good is coming, and then God interrupts your life with an unexpected, unforeseen circumstance? I mean, have you ever tried to explain away why God is doing in your life what he's done? I think sometimes that becomes where we really mess up our view of God. We try to explain what's going on in our lives from our own frameworks, and we don't really understand what God is thinking. One of the things I think that we have not really highlighted enough about how God works in our life and why God allows certain things in our life is that God is going to do whatever he needs to do to teach you to fight. He wants to teach us how to fight. It seems that we would rather watch an extraordinary life happen than actually live it. See, I think that what most of us want from God is the journey where he, quote, fights every battle so that you don't have to fight any battle. Where he removes all the obstacles in life, where he removes all the difficulties, where he removes all the challenges in your life. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Wouldn't it be great if we lived the kind of life where we never had to exert any energy or effort ever again, where we could always win? And what I want you to realize is that God will never put you in a circumstance, he'll never put you in a situation, he will never put you in a context in your life where there is not a battle coming. I want to assure you, even if you just won a great battle, that battle is not the end of your story. In fact, I've come to resolve that the reward of winning a great battle is a greater battle. The reward of winning a great battle is not peace and rest. The reward of a great battle is that now you know how strong you are, how powerful God is, how much he can accomplish. And you no longer fear what you used to fear because you took care of that yesterday. I know that the future is better than the past. I know that God wants to do more than we could ever ask or imagine. But there has to come a day where you get out of the village that's being protected by those on the front line, and you pick up your bow and your arrow, your sword, your weapon, and you get in the fight of making the world a better place. Paul says this: be on the alert, stand firm in the faith, act like men, be strong. And it applies both to men and women. It's time to be a grown-up. It's time to be mature in your faith. It's time to step up and be strong. And if the small things keep crushing you, it's because you're not focused on big enough things. Be on the alert, stand firm in the faith, act like men, be strong. And then he says this: let all that you do be done in love. You want to know how to act like a man? You want to know how to be strong? Make sure everything you do is an act of love. Self-righteousness is not a sign of strength. Servanthood is a sign of strength. Graciousness is a sign of strength. Compassion is a sign of strength. If you want to learn how to become strong, learn to love. See, God not only wants to teach us to fight, but he wants to teach us to trust. I want you to know that when you're in the middle of this part of the story, God is just as good and true and faithful as he is when everything is going well. He teaches you how to trust, and if you don't have to face any battles, you don't have to learn to trust. I've come to realize in my life that the journey with Jesus is not a journey where he moves the obstacles, but where he raises the bar of your life and you rise above the obstacles. And that trust in God, it's just always one generation away from disappearing. You have to step in to the challenges in front of you now. You have to decide that this is your fight, that this is your great quest, that this is your burden and responsibility. Have you let God teach you how to fight, how to give you greater courage, greater faith, greater resolve, greater integrity? And everything God does, he does to build in you the resolve and the capacity to overcome every obstacle and every crisis and every challenge in life.